7th anniversary is in full swing, and one really cool thing I think they did was they introduced 2 new missions for the GT Legendary Goku event and the Legendary Vegeta event, right? Now, one other thing that they introduced is titles for a lot of things in the game, including titles for the Legendary Goku event, the original one, for obtaining, like, getting all the missions done in that one. There is a title for that, but there's not the same title for the Legendary Vegeta event and then the GT Legendary Goku event. So that tells me that there's still going to be more missions coming at some point in the future, right? Now, the team we're rocking here is Artificial Lifeform. Now, Artificial Lifeform doesn't really have the greatest lead. I mean, I guess technically we are running it with the Exchange Majin Buu, but I figured I'd just go ahead and essentially run a Majin Power setup, which would pretty easily be able to get this done. I mean, for me, basically this run is just completely off of the back and the strength of STR Kid Buu. If you guys are not aware, STR Kid Buu is one of the craziest units in the game. He is, you know, I mean, with eyeballs, you'll be able to see that he's much stronger than Buuhan. LR Buuhan slash Bootanks, right? Because remember, Buuhan does build up rather slow in terms of his defensive ability. Even by the time we reach, like, these, you know, crazy stages, we're still not at the level where Buuhan slash Bootanks is, like, completely just a defensive wall. One more issue with LR Bootanks is that he does not have big bad bosses until he transforms into Buuhan, but then he doesn't stack anymore once he becomes Buuhan either, right? Which is definitely a huge detriment for this unit, especially since now the best leader essentially on this team, you know, well, I guess, again, I'm more so running, like, outright Majin Power than I am, like, Artificial Lifeform. But I believe Kid Buu would be the best unit, even on the Artificial Lifeform team. Let me pull up Artificial Lifeform to just, like, double check that. But I believe Kid Buu is the best unit on the Artificial Lifeform team as well, outright. Yeah, because characters like Baby is irrelevant at this point. Super 17 is good, but he's not fucking with Kid Buu, no way. Yeah, and then a lot of the TURs, none of them are really on Kid Buu's level. Yeah, Artificial Lifeform has actually fallen on pretty tough times. One of the main reasons for that, of course, is the weakness of Cell in Dokkan currently. In LR, Cell can be okay in a lot of these events, but he's not like a god or anything like that. And of course, the 2 Super 17s are definitely good. Honestly, I could have run a vastly different setup, and this really wouldn't have been so bad, right? As long as Exchange Majin Buu, you get the Super Buu is still solid. He's not like the greatest of all time, but Tech Super Buu is like, honestly, I would consider him good, right? Whereas I think the Fat Buu and Skinny Buu suck ass. I do think Super Buu here is really quite good. Not really too concerned when it comes to him. You know, I could have brought, like, you know, Super 17s and stuff like that, but when I first saw this mission pop up, I knew in my head that the number one thing I wanted to do was just sort of create a playground for STR Kid Buu to just sort of go crazy, right? Now, I actually was able to accomplish it, which is really good, but the biggest thing I wanted to do was to try and get Kid Buu's active skill up before we got to Great Ape Goku. Because if you guys notice, the team build we're running is very physical heavy. So it's like, really, as long as we can get past Great Ape Goku, we should win. Although I say that, my very first run, I got down to Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He had 1 health bar left, and then he dragon-fisted floating Fat Buu, and like he didn't one-shot him, but then there was still like 2 attacks left, and then Fat Buu was dead, and then GG, right? But really, with this build, once I make it past Great Ape Goku, I feel pretty comfortable. Now, Buu Piccolo here, I really did not want to transform and get Buu Piccolo, because I believe Buu Piccolo is going to be weaker defensively than Buuhan for STR Super Buu, right? Because Buuhan has big bad bosses, which is the difference. Whereas, okay, so Buuhan is getting 50% defense on a super attack effect, 120% defense from his passive, and then big bad bosses. Buu Piccolo gets to 50% from the super attack effect. he's only at 100% defense from his passive, but then he does give all allies 30% defense, but then he doesn't have big bad bosses. So I think Boo Piccolo would be slightly worse defensively, but, you know, he is giving all allies the 30% defense, which certainly could be handy, right? I remember when Super Boo first came out, that Boo Piccolo unit was very interesting. But I did not actually want to be Boo Piccolo. I just wanted to get Buhan, and then, you know, that way we would have potentially 3 separate Buhan units once we got towards the end, and Kid Boo, all of whom would have big bad bosses, right? We got pretty lucky here in that Grid Ape Goku super attack Kid Boo. That was a necessity, really, I think, towards getting this run done, right? Because you guys know, we're not just doing the artificial life form run, but we're doing it no item, right? Like, this is a no item run. That's what we do around here, is we do these without having to use items, right? So, again, it's just a matter of, like, skating by these phases right here. Now, notice, too, with this team, the healing is crazy. Like, if Goku doesn't one-shot us, like, he's not really able to kill us, like, too easily, right? Like this is a turn where potentially he could have, but, like, you know, it's like we got down to almost, like, no health in the last turn, and then we full healed, basically. A big reason for that, of course, is Kid Buu getting the Dokkan attack off, right? And then just a massive buff of healing. Now, I did sort of, I don't know if I want to say misplay, but we got unlucky that Fat Buu hadn't been hit up to this point, to where he was not able to have his full passive built up by the time we reached this point. I probably could have taken Fat Buu off. I could have tried Tech Super Buu, but Tech Super Buu, I imagine, would be inferior defensively to Physical Fat Buu after Physical Fat Buu is fully built up. I also could have tried Int Kid Buu. I do think Int Kid Buu certainly could have been a very capable unit that I think we could have run, right? Int Kid Buu, I don't really think that there would have been much of an issue with running our boy Int Kid Buu in here. Again, he's just one of these characters that would have to sort of be hidden. Because it's like, because we're going up against Dragon Fist Goku, I did want to shy away from bringing, like, Boo Piccolo, because Boo Piccolo would be a sitting duck. His dodge would be canceled against Tech Goku, and you just get Dragon Fisted or he just touched, and he would be incinerated, right? That last slot is still sort of a weakness. Buff Boo, I didn't really want to bring Buff Boo, because it's like, if your health is not full, Buff Boo can be very unimpressive defensively, and I didn't really want to rely upon that, right? But again, if you don't want to use, like, a full Boo setup, Artificial Life Form does still have units that could be good here. In LR Cell certainly would work well for this event, because, right, the final phase is Tech. So that certainly helps out in LR Cell. I think Tech Super 17 and EGL Super 17 both would actually be quite good for this event as well. You know, both of them could definitely rock shit. Super 17, of course, on turns he doesn't have his damage reduction. You know, that would be a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, I could have dusted off Baby Janemba. The only thing is that Baby Janemba is hard countered at the end. That's the problem. Yeah, and Janembu is not on Artificial Life Form, but Baby Janemba is. The problem is that Baby Janemba, like, sort of relies, one of his strongest mechanic is he has the exponential dodge increase, but that doesn't work, right, against Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He neutralizes dodge. So, otherwise, Baby Janemba would have been outstanding in here. And he, of course, has got the healing as well. Yeah, Baby Janemba's defense wouldn't be high enough, I don't think, to really, like, be able to take too many shots. Yeah, I'm actually pretty bummed. The Artificial Life Form team is in a really bad position. Just looking through its roster, there's a lot that would... This team... It took too long for this team to get, like, a meta leader, right? And now just so many of these units have aged and are in need of powerful easy A's. STR Kid Buu is definitely a really good start, though. STR Kid Buu, I mean, you guys can see, look at these turns, right? Like, he does, like, double, like, 9 million attack stats and shit like that. Because, like, now that we've transformed into Buhan, Kid Buu is able to get big bad bosses. And it's just like, both Kid Buu and Buhan could triple super at this point and just absolutely disintegrate. Like, it just gets really, really nuts. But you can see the difference. the difference between Buhan and Kid Buu, right? Buhan is doing like these 5 and 4 million additional supers, and Kid Buu's doing like 9 million additional supers. Kid Buu, again, is so stupid, right? And there's the healing, right? Goku has to basically one-shot us, or else he's not really going to be able to take us down. Because the team is just... it's linking too well with all these healing links, and all these characters are just healing at the start of turn and shit like that. So, again, if he doesn't, like, he would need to, like, super, like, Fat Buu or something like that, and then also be able to get multiple hits in. But towards the end of this run, we actually got pretty good luck in, the positions of Goku's attacks, right? It could be very scary going up against this guy when he decides to hit that last slot a million times. And then, of course, there's the dreaded one attack in slot 3, and then it's the Dragon Fist. That's such a meme. That is, like, the worst feeling. Like, all right, 20 turns deep, we're gonna get the run done. One attack at the end, Fat Buu will be fine, and then Dragon Fist up your ass. Thank you, Goku. So good. Fat Buu, honestly, considering he's, you know, a year and a half old, like, I feel like Fat Buu is performing well. That physical Fat Buu, like, his EZA is solid on, like, a full Majin Buu team, surrounded by all the healing and stuff like that. Like, he definitely could be worse. Like, he's able to hold his own, more than enough, right? And then, of course, there's, you know, titles and stuff like that we're now going to be unlocking quite a bit. So there we go. There was the Artificial Life Form mission done. Remember that there's 2 missions for the GT Legendary Goku event, and then 2 missions for the Legendary Vegeta event. I don't think really any of them are going to be too tough, but, you know, we will see. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.